Welcome everyone to AARP Wyoming's Video Voter Guide Series for 2026. I'm Tom Laycock with AARP Wyoming, and we're joined today by Bill Winney, who's running for the Wyoming Legislature in House District 20, located primarily in Sublette County. AARP has a proud 40-year history of nonpartisan voter engagement and does not endorse or oppose candidates, nor does AARP make contributions to political campaigns or candidates at any level. Instead, we ask questions so our members understand where the candidates sit on important issues and can make their own decisions on Election Day. Today, I'll give Mr. Winney 3 questions, allowing for a 1-minute and 30-second response to each. Then we'll give him 2 minutes to deliver his pitch to the voters of House District 20. So, Mr. Winney, our first question is this. Recent AARP survey data suggests 80% of older adults wish to age in their homes and communities as they get older. If elected, what would you do to ensure older Wyoming residents can stay in their homes and communities as long as they can?
Well, I've spoken on this point before. It's much less expensive for the state to take care of older folks if they're in their own home than if they're in some facility. And it's important to understand that because it makes a difference in the cash flow. So how do you do that? Well, you got people on fixed incomes. You've also got people with low incomes, and they have a home, and you need to be able to make sure they don't get pushed out of those homes. And so you got to work on the taxation. You got to work on the folks that are on fixed incomes. I've spoken about the cost of living adjustment for retirements and gotten beat up about it. But the fact is that makes a difference. And so that's where we go. We got to make sure they have the cash flow. Then there's some supporting things that go with it that they may need. You know, you have things like Meals on Wheels and other visiting skilled nursing that can visit them in their home periodically and make sure. Sometimes you just got to look at things like taking blood pressure, making sure that doesn't get out of control. And so those are the things that we're obligated to do. And so I got it. I see the clock is about expired. So let's go on to number 2.
Well, thank you very much. Our second question for today. AARP Wyoming's 2023 Vital Voices Survey and our 2025 member survey show that our members are seeking candidates who will help protect them from fraud and scams. In recent years, we've seen scammers evolve to using crypto ATMs and deed fraud to separate Wyomingites from their cash. How would you work to protect older adults from fraud and scams?
Well, the thing we got to do is make sure that people have access to information so they can recognize when they're being scammed. We spoke the other day in one of your presentations, and I talked about having a hotline, whether it be in AARP or be in the local county sheriff's office, where if somebody gets one of those things, they could pick up the phone and say, is this legit? I've had some people come at me on those kind of things. One is a member of a board on a foundation out here in Sublette County, and another personal attempt to get me to bite. And they're always, you got to do this, you got to do it right away. And this is the first thing you have to recognize is when they say, do it now. No, let me call somebody and get some help. And so I think that idea of a hotline or something along those lines so that the elder folks could just pick up the phone, call somebody they trust in the sheriff's office or at AARP and say, hey, here's what I got. Tell me the truth. That's important. The immediacy of being able to get help is what's important. And I'm at my 1.5 minutes.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Winney. Our final question is this. We know Wyoming residents are concerned about rising property taxes. While property taxes can be burdensome for some, they also fund critical state and local services. These services include local transportation, home-delivered meals, and home health services that keep older adults aging in place. If elected, how would you balance the need for relief with ensuring critical services stay in place?
Well, the way I'd start, and I've actually kind of spoken on this in front of the committees, the legislative committees, is you got to make sure that the taxation structure and so on that people are facing accounts for the low income and the fixed income people. Sometimes the committee, I've spoken up on this too, this last session, committees will get vectored off and start worrying about, well, what about the millionaires? I mean, they can pay this. Hey, get things right for the low income people, for the fixed income people, or better yet, for fixed income on retirement checks, a cost of living adjustment, and so that those people can take care of the taxes, that it doesn't push them out of their home. And then once you get that in place, and the committees need to do that, once you get that in place, then you can go worry about the millionaires who are going to be able to pay the taxes anyway. But it's important to make sure you keep your eye on the ball and take care of that low end first, because the low end people still need the same services. Thank you.
Well, thank you for taking the time to answer our three questions. Now let's give you 2 minutes to tell me why you're the man for the job in House District 20.
Well, we've had our redistricting, and I'm back in Sublette County proper. I was in District 22 for many years. I called Bondurant, where I live, an orphan precinct because it's been bounced around in three different districts over the years. But now Sublette has its own district. And so now I'm back in the district. I have spent these past years, speaking in front of the legislature for various topics, attending the legislature, beginning to end, and paying attention to various committees. And I've remained loyal to Sublette County. And I think the skills that I bring, I have a good set of skills for public speaking. I have a good set of skills having served in the Navy and been a commanding officer. I've written what amounted to be law on ships I was on, and there's times I had to go rewrite it because I didn't get it right. And so I bring those skills to the front and back to Sublette County proper. I've spoken in terms of these kind of things with people in Wilson, Wyoming, and Star Valley and Alpine, and I didn't do too bad. I knocked on a lot of doors over there, got a lot of people that I met, but I've got more doors to knock on now in Sublette County. I can stand tall. I can stand up to pressure in the political realm, and I will do what the people of the district want me to do. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Winney, for your time, and thank you to our viewers and for joining us with this video voter guide. We encourage you to keep checking Cowboy State Daily and AARP Wyoming's Facebook page in the days to come.